As a rideshare driver, I'd argue that your cell phone is one of the most important tools you can have as a driver right there after your cell phone. So it makes sense to invest in a solid product and to protect it. Harry here with the Rideshare Guy, and today we're going to be talking about how you can get free cell phone insurance with the new Uber Visa card issued by Barclays. So I stumbled upon this card recently. Uber actually just launched this for consumers, and you don't have to be a driver, you don't have to be a passenger, anyone can sign up for this. But the reason why I think this makes a lot of sense for drivers and really passengers too is that this cell phone insurance is a very cool feature. So what it is Uber actually offers up to $600 reimbursement if you lose, misplace, or your phone gets stolen. The only thing you have to do in order to activate this is obviously apply for the card, get approved, and then pay your monthly cell phone bill. And that actually basically activates the cell phone insurance that's built into the card. So this is a super cool feature. This is normally I've only seen this type of offering on credit cards that have high annual fees. This Uber Barclay card actually has no annual fee. And for those of you who are sort of thinking out there, oh, I'm not a big fan of credit cards, I totally understand. And I should probably say a disclaimer that if you're going to be using credit cards, obviously you want to be doing it responsibly. I pay off my bills every single month, but if you know that you're the type of person where you can't always control your spending, obviously credit, these types of credit cards may not be, probably aren't very beneficial at all, because the benefits that you are going to get will easily outweigh the interest that you have to pay or the cost. So I don't recommend the card for anyone like that. But if you're the type of person like me and you're sort of looking at how you can take advantage of some of these offers, I think this card definitely presents some opportunity. So the mobile phone insurance, most carriers actually offer this. So if you have AT&T or Sprint or Verizon, you can typically buy it from them for $7 to $14 a month. And a lot of people do that. And so if you think about it, all right, you have this no annual fee card from Uber. They're providing free cell phone insurance. So right there off the bat, let's say it's $10 a month that you're paying in cell phone insurance, and there's 12 months in a year, you're going to make $120, right? Or save $120. Now, let's say that you actually lose your phone or it gets stolen. There is a $25 deductible, which is pretty standard. And then Barclays, or their insurer most likely, will actually replace the cost of your phone, but not the new cost. So if you have, let's say you bought a phone a year ago for $800 and now it's only worth $400, they'll give you that $400, which is obviously still better than nothing. And there are some other fine print, and I'll leave a link if you guys are interested in the fine print where you can learn more about it. But that's definitely one of the best features for me. Now, another feature that this card offers that I think is pretty cool is a $50 credit for subscription services. So, if you have Amazon Prime or Netflix, or if you're a driver that's providing music to your passengers, you have Spotify, Pandora, One, or whatever the paid versions are, you can actually get a $50 credit for any of those services. And the Uber Barclay card has a big list of services that qualify, but it is pretty extensive. And honestly, I have like 5 subscription services, so I'll definitely qualify for that when I apply for the card. And so now we're at what, $170 potentially in savings. And the thing to keep in mind is that this card has no annual fee, so they're actually paying you. And then, I actually opened my Uber passenger app the other day, and I saw an offer right there in the app that said get $100 after you spend $500 with this card. So you have to apply for the card, and once you're approved and spend $500, they give you a $100 bonus. So boom, right there, you're at 120 plus 50 plus 100. If I'm doing my math right, I believe that's $270 that they're basically paying you, because this is a no annual fee card. So this sort of goes back to, hey, credit cards, obviously for some people, they may not be that great of a tool, but if you know how to take advantage of it with this no annual fee, for example, they're literally paying you $270 tax-free right off the bat to use this card. And that also doesn't include the actual rewards for this cards. I like the rewards on this cards because I spend a lot on food and travel. Those are my 2 big things. And you actually get 4% cash back on dining with this card, including Uber Eats, 3% on hotel and airfare, 2% on online purchases like Uber, for example, and 1% back on everything else. So if you're a driver, you're probably thinking, okay, well, gas is missing from that. Gas is only at 1%. But, personally, what I found is that you can often get cheaper gas at places like Costco, or if you combine it with a grocery store membership. Here, Ralph's here in Southern California has a partnership with Shell, and every time you spend $100, you get 10 cents off a gallon at Shell. So There are a lot of cool partnerships like that, and obviously you can also save 10 cents a gallon or sometimes more by paying cash versus credit. So I don't know that that's as big of a deal for me personally, but definitely the rewards can add up. And the cool thing with this card is, let's say you spend $10,000 and that equates to 15,000 points. You can actually redeem that for cash back. So you can redeem that 15,000 points for 150 bucks. You can also redeem it for Uber ride credits. I probably wouldn't recommend that because it's the same ratio. You would get either $150 cash or $150 in Uber ride credits, and obviously cash is king, so you would rather have the cash because you could spend that on Uber rides if you wanted to, or you could go and spend it on anything else. I suspect if Uber was going to make a change, maybe they'll give some type of bonus in the future for redeeming it on Uber X rides or redeeming it on Uber Eats. So that's really a wrap up of the card. You know, I think this is a really great sort of entry level credit card if you guys are thinking about a credit card that you want to use as a business card or just looking at getting one to add to your wallet, because the nice thing about no annual fee cards is that your credit score will take a little bit of a hit when you first apply because that inquiry count against you, but it actually increases your total available credit, which is a positive factor in your credit score. It increases the number of accounts, which is also a little counterintuitive, but that also is a positive and will help your credit score because it's telling lenders that, hey, look, all these people are willing to give you credit, lines of credit, accounts, right? And so the nice thing about having a few no annual fee cards in your wallet is that even if you never really use them or only use them once every few years, it builds your credit over time. And the older they get, the more valuable they become in your wallet. So definitely recommend that you guys check out this card. And if you do have any questions, feel free to leave them below. I'll also leave a link that if you guys are interested in signing up for this credit card or taking a look at the list of other credit cards we recommend for drivers and passengers, definitely you can go ahead and do that. And with that being said, take care, stay safe.